I have no clue how loud the mic's going to be to the game here, so people in chat are going to have to tell me. Let's see what happens here. We're going to just watch the intro again while we wait. And then away we go. So we'll see if anybody arrives in here, and then we can do a mic test. Hey Ethan, just wondering, when the audio comes on, how loud is it compared to me? Because I don't want the audio from the capture card to be like super loud. Hopefully everything's good here. It's pretty loud. Okay. Okay, I've lowered it. Can you still hear the game audio, but can hear me too? I lowered it by about 8 decibels. That's good. Okay, so yeah, standard balance then. Okay. So assuming everything's good now, we're gonna play Armored Core. I'd say it's been a while, so I may be slightly rusty. But yeah, hello to anyone that's watching. We're gonna watch the intro cutscene again. It's been a while since I've seen this. So this is the cool intro that's meant to set the stage for everything. Okay, there we go. So, that was the intro to Armored Core, and I say should be able to play this with the original controller, but it's not letting me, which means I have a problem. In just a moment. Yoink. What's happened is, because I've tried playing it with the original PlayStation controller, it's just said no. So, we shall have to include the DualShock controller here. It clearly did not like that. Like, excuse me, what are you doing? You're trying to run old hardware without DualShock? Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. So, what we're actually doing is, unlike other people that will be emulating the hell out of this, because they can get higher frame rates, better resolution textures, instead we're running this on a PlayStation 2 Slim. I would connect my original PlayStation, but there's no real point when it can run faster on this. So, away we go. We're just going to do a new file and see how far we can get. This was out in 1996 and 97, I believe. And this is it's the usual From Software stuff. It's a lot of crazy giant robots battling each other, but From Software would become known for doing the Soul series later on in the years. I'm just gotta remember the controls here. It has been literally about 5 years since I touched this thing. Oh. You're gonna see me jank all over the place here because AC1 is it's a bit crazy. We can use both triggers to center our vision again, but the view is actually controlled by L2 and R2 here. And I am using original controls, non-DualShock, because there are no stick controls for this, but I don't mind it too much. The only thing that I find a problem at the moment is because I've got my tower in the way of my TV, I can't actually see my energy gauge.
The test is over.
Hey everyone!
From this moment on,
speed running or a lot of talking about,
a
like someone giving you an appreciative talk. I mean, I've been I speedran this ages ago, like literally. This game, if you get past the beginning there, you can speedrun this entire thing in like 30 minutes, casually. So it's not too bad. I would do that, but we're just gonna go over the basics of the game. We're running this on original hardware, like other people that will be emulating. We're just gonna leave the black border for now. It's fine. But yeah, hello to everyone. We're going to be doing every single one of these games before the 6th one is out. So what we do here is, for a little bit of lore and breakdown, what's happened is, prior to the events of the game, basically, a load of corporations decided that it would be fun to start a war with each other after developing technology that allowed them to make digging and mining a little bit easier. And what ended up happening was they used that technology to create armed versions of all these machines that we're currently fighting here that are like diggers and everything. And that gave way to a large commercial industry that made weapons for these, what they call MTs, or mobile trace units. What ended up happening was there was that many of them that the corporations started hiring MT pilots to deal with the problems that they would have against other corporations, and that's what gave birth to the first ACs, which are basically fully customized MTs with weapons. And the idea is that just before the beginning of the game, you could say that all the corporations are fighting against each other for control of just the overall marketplace. And meanwhile, everyone else is like digging large underground shelters just so that everybody can have more room to live. And what ends up happening is that during this process, what we've got all these MPs digging underground and everything, what ends up happening is two of the corporations decide it's going to be fun to mess around with giant super weapons, and one of the corporations decides to play chicken with the other one and sets off a giant space laser that's in orbit, which completely nukes the surface and makes it uninhabitable. So everyone that just about manages to survive ends up living in the underground cities that have been built. And as a result, the people that are living underground, the government sort of build this AI to govern themselves and to keep everything under control. And what ends up happening is that the AI regulates everything. It regulates, you know, all the combat and everything to make sure that there's no giant world wars. Instead, it becomes like, almost like G Gundam. You have representatives from each company fighting against each other instead of giant wars. And the whole idea is the AI is meant to keep everything to a small scale. But occasionally, you'll have the one person that is doing different missions for every single person that gives them missions. So like, they'll just take anything, and as a result, that causes chaos in the underground, and that's basically what we're doing in AC1. We're just taking absolutely tons of missions. We don't care who the person is that's giving us the missions, even though it's one of, I think, 3 corporations. And basically, we're doing wet work for them. We're going taking on each one of the enemy corporations, destroying their representatives or different parts of the underground that they've built to get some money. And we're going to quickly get the attention of this AI that's at the end of the game. See you later, Ethan. Isn't there a hidden part there? Yeah, the hidden part was the missile launcher. I just have to move to the side a little bit so I can actually see my boost gauge here. My tower's in the way. I've got my tower completely sat in the way here, so the boost gauge is essential. Your entire gameplay in this game revolves around keeping your boost gauge pretty high so that you've got enough mobility, and in some cases, depending on what weapons, you have enough energy to fight back. Some of the more powerful weapons are energy-based, but you'll find a different variety of weapons in this that you can mess around with. All your ammo and your damage that you take in mission costs money, so there will be multiple times where you end up either running into debt or don't have enough money, and you kind of have to micromanage absolutely everything. Oh. Avoid landing hard. Yeah, hard landings as well are lethal because they leave you staggered and open to enemy fire. But you'll see through a lot of this stuff at the beginning, we fight a lot of easy targets. And it more or less shows that compared to MTs, ACs are a lot more superior and technologically advanced. Primarily, like I said, because every corporation is developing AC tech, whereas it's like, you could say at the beginning of the timeline, we were running a highly customized version of this like drilling mech that we're fighting now, but technology has advanced so much that we're actually piloting a much more advanced version as a mercenary. But yeah, a lot of the world building in this is done through small dialogue, a little bit of emails that we get, and then the rest is sort of stuff that you have to piece together from Japanese lore books and other things, of which I still own quite a lot of them. Basically, R here is telling us all the way that the Raven's Nest works in terms of the structure and ranking. Ranking wouldn't really be touched on in this game until Master of Arena and Project Phantasma, which were expansions that were released only in America, if I remember rightly, and Japan. They weren't really released in Europe, from what I understand, because otherwise I'd have copies of them. Yeah, when this came out, there was an original demo of it for the PlayStation 1. I remember playing it and being like, okay, I'll check it out. And since then, it's been one of the more popular mech building games, primarily because it's one of the first to allow you to properly customize. In terms of ranking this game, we're going to see a lot of these ranked Ravens. Each one has their own different loadout, different stats, and different sort of like backstory, which changes as they get defeated or as they engage other Ravens. So it's going to be interesting. Depending on what storyline you take, depends on which Ravens you actually end up fighting. So, let's see here. I'm trying to pick the easier ones at the moment because I'm being really rusty on this. Oh, that's not an easy one, I don't think. I'm trying to remember. That one's Fort Garden, if I remember rightly. Maybe a bad one. Yeah, okay, so that one might be bad. Should read the mission thing again. Oh, okay, no. I'm thinking of a different mission. So early on, you fight a couple of higher ranked Ravens, and this one is one of the areas where I was thinking I may encounter the second ranked Raven, Lozavine, I think it is. But no, you fight her later on. And in proper old FromSoft fashion, the game actually cheats by putting all the enemies that are against you with like infinite ammo or infinite energy and stuff, or modified weapons, which are ridiculous. Like Lozavine has a scatter gun that's a shoulder-mounted weapon, and she can fire it ridiculously fast to the point where it actually lowers the frame rate so much while all the particles are on screen. Hey Damon, I'm good. Hope everybody's enjoying, by the way, as I'm giving like massive lore dumps and everything into AC and describing it from like 1997. I'll be trying to keep up with chat. But yeah, I'm playing this not emulated, on original hardware with original controller setup. Just completely default. You'll see a load of people that are in the fan base complain about the original setup, but honestly I've played every single game in the series with that kind of setup, so I have a ridiculous amount of experience when it comes to this game. I missed Pacific Rim on the 360, says John. Oh yeah, I remember that one. There's some videos of it on YouTube. Oh. Trying not to press triangle, because I keep thinking circle is laser blade when it's not. Thing is, AC is one of those games where it's good, and you can enjoy it, yeah, it's great, but because everybody likes it that much, a lot of fans of it will go into like different games developers, you know, like discussions. Like for instance, if they're an indie developer, they'll go in and be like, "You've got to make it like AC. You've got to make it like AC," and it kind of makes it to the point where the fan base seem really obnoxious and just want the same thing over and over and over again with no sort of deviation or anything. So it becomes kind of annoying to see that kind of thing, but that's not really related. It's just funny to know that AC has such a history and impact on people that everybody wants more AC and wants everything to be like AC.
Target achieved.
As your boss, says John, I recommend you do a read of Bad Dragon every 20 minutes, says John. God damn it, John. Other AC do have special weapons besides Valkyrie. Yes, that's true. Certain ones have modified weapons, like I was saying. It's not just Valkyrie. There are certain ones that have modified weapons or are done differently so that you have more of a hard time fighting them. And there we go. Boss Savage is coming at the bottom there. He's a new one. He's got a bazooka and a heavy loadout. Peacemaker's one that looks kind of like a football. I always thought it looked like a football player, but it's clearly not. There's a lot of like different personality stuff to all of these, where the will tell you like whether they're lightweight, whether they're good with sniper rifles, stuff like that. Personally, my favorite setup for this has always been the speedrun setup because it's just fantastic. Let's see here. Rescue transport truck's interesting, but a little bit hard. Oil one's fine. Unknown MTs is okay as well. So what we'll do is we'll change a little bit of the build to the speedrunning build. What I want to do here is get rid of the arms completely, and thus also get rid of the laser blade and the rifle, which might seem kind of weird to certain people, but we'll get rid of the radar as well. Don't really need it. What we want here is the MG40s, I think, or 30s. Is it oh no, sorry, 25. Those are the best weapon arms in the game for rate of firing damage. God damn it, John. I find it kind of funny how I'm using like a ridiculously overpriced setup to run this game as well. So we're running a slightly faster AC here. We're also going to be dropping these legs that we've got as well. And seeing if we can get any reverse joint legs. The reason why we go for reverse joints is because they give us higher jump and a little bit more speed, if I remember rightly. Let's do... My favourite ones were always the ones that look like they've got, like, splayed feet on them. Where are they? Those. Like splayed toes. Just finished rewatching Fight Club, says Damon. Oh, nice. I just sent off some work to a couple of people to record some lines, and then I've been doing a little bit of animating and getting the next Undertale update ready. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to try Rescue Transport Truck. This is going to hopefully be a no-save run as well, because I've been doing those in the past, but yeah, they're crazy. Yeah, I had to... I saw people in Discord talking about this
System
before, and I was like, yeah, I'll hop on and I'll have a laugh. And
the truck's
sure
load is
enough,
poison gas. Avoid hitting gas canisters if you find them.
So again, what's happening here is there's terrorists that have put poison gas in a truck, and the idea is that they're going to set it off, so we've got to be careful. And the thing is, the truck's over here on the left side, so we've got to avoid getting hit too much if we can. We want the enemies to come to us so we can just massacre them like that. Oh my god, the frame rate. The idea is we want to keep them away from the truck, because if they destroy the truck, which they can do, they can destroy their own truck, then we're kind of screwed. So we have to take some damage here. And try doing burst shots so that we can not waste all the ammo. Oh god, here come two more and then we're done.
Enemy approaching. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Come on. Oh, and each mission also has an area which you can't go out of. If you go out of it, then you screw up the mission, so...
Target achieved.
There we go, we're done. Did you manage to fix the tech issue, says John. Oh, from yesterday with the mocap. I got a workaround for it. Basically, I've been working on some mocap stuff, but I've got a workaround for it. And, well, I've got 2 workarounds for it. And it actually started working for no reason, so the rest of this month is literally going to be me messing around with mocap and seeing what the limits of it are. Okay, I hope this works with this setup. I think it will. Also, I hope the audio is not out of sync here, by the way. Because of the way that I'm recording, it should hopefully be fine, but you never know. So with this one, we're attacking an enemy oil rig. We've got enemies that have missile launchers, which aren't too bad, but the ones here, the white ones, those are the worst ones for this mission because they have flamethrowers, and anything that has fire damage on this game is really nasty. I'm trying to use these machine guns almost like single-shot rifles that fire just a little bit quicker, just so we don't run out of ammo completely, because if you hold the trigger down, you can actually just run out just really fast. Instead, we'll just burst fire on people and...
Target achieved.
There we go. Done. I think the audio is fine, says Damon. Nice! One of my friends had his most losses in arena fights through being ringed out. Oh boy. Your voice could be a wee bit louder though, says John. That might be the gate that I've got. Hang on. The noise gate. I go like... I boost my mic though by doing that. Are we good now? Everything okay? The splashing is a little bit... So it's the game then, maybe? Hang on, let's minus the game by like 10 decibels. Okay, so far, we can normally complete AC1 in like an hour if we're just playing it casually, so roughly. I don't know whether that's if I speed through all this other stuff, but yeah, we have Chrome Murakumo, and I can't remember whether there's another faction in this. Basically, you can get one of 2 normal endings and then the final ending in this where you work for either one of the corporations. Chrome, if I remember rightly, deals with like bioweapons and all kinds of experimental technology. Or was that Murakumo? And the other one deals with more like tech stuff, if I remember rightly. Remove gun emplacements. This is a demo mission. This was straight out of the original demo. It's really good. It gives you some of the fastest legs in the game. We're going to take it. It's a really fun mission. You can't tell I'm biased for this one at all. Even though it gives me nothing in terms of money, so I'm going to lose some here. We're going to get some legs out of this. So.
We've arrived at the combat area.
This is really cool.
We'll leave as soon as your AC is deployed.
That is a Barracuda dropship. It's pretty cool. It's like a VTOL. Most of the time, though, you'll see them get destroyed in AC because they don't tend to last too long because they don't have that much health. That one got taken out as soon as it came down. This mission is split up into a bunch of turrets that can be avoided pretty easily, and then a bunch of flying little drone enemies which only take off after a certain time period or whenever you get closer to them. So, if we're just really careful with our ammo here, we can do really good. No, I haven't, John. Oh.
Target achieved.
There we go. Once we take out all the turrets, that's it. We're done. Mission over. So not even the flying, hovering enemies from like the sides of the mission really are that important at that point. I wonder whether I can equip those really fast legs now, because that would make a lot of missions really easy. And I need to also change out the generator and the boosters whenever I can. Let's see. Can we run? Yes, we can. We can run really fast humanoid legs. Oh yeah, John. I remember that now. Sewer stuff. Worker robot removal is always terrible. Eliminate squatters, we'll do that again. Basically, they've just come back to the same area, so we'll just take them out. I love the look of this game so much. Later ones look so great, says Damon. Yeah, the first one, it's kind of weird.
Engaged.
It has like a lot of different stuff in it that's pretty
How
cool.
dare you come here? Don't get carried away just because you're a raven.
Dude, we can speedrun this like mad, casually now if we want. If there's such thing as a casual speedrun. So all these MTs here that we're fighting, I think they're called bishops. Basically, they just have like reverse joint legs and laser guns. And as you can see, I'm still using burst fire on this thing. We're only like, what, 4 or 5 missions in, and we've already got a pretty decent fast AC. The only difference is it's pretty lightly armored, and everything else is getting a little bit nastier, so as the game goes on, we're going to encounter more difficult enemies. But normally when you play this, you try and not use physical weapons like this that run on actual ammo. Instead you use like bladed weapons or energy weapons, because it saves you a lot of ammo.
Target achieved.
Oh, nice one, John. Hopefully AC6 will have more color. I want AC6 to have a lot of variety. You know, it's going to be interesting seeing how it does when it's launched. And on PC, if it has modding abilities, well then I can mod some of the old stuff back in. I need to keep an eye out for certain missions that have certain items in them. This one I don't want to do because it's a trap mission. What that means is basically when we go into it, you just have everything destroyed and end up in death. They have a lot of workers, they're in like little tiny robots, and they're all tending to like generators and stuff, and the idea is you're meant to take them out without touching any of the generators. But they're all in such a awkward position that you go through and just end up hitting one generator and then the entire area just explodes. So, not good. And I don't think in my entire time of ever playing this game I've ran that mission without just destroying everything or just resorting to the whole thing of being like, okay, let's just get a really heavy weapon in deliberately and destroy the generators and take out the mechs and the entire place at the same time and then just claim on the insurance. No, that's literally what ends up happening. It's a real nasty way of doing the level, yeah, but there's a lot of stuff like that in AC where they'll put you into scenarios where it's like a massive dick move and then they'll be like, yeah, deal with it. No, but today, if you guys are lucky and if I complete AC1 quick enough, I might also do AC2 tonight as well, so I've literally got both discs downstairs with me here. So we could literally do one after the other, with me actually looking forward to doing AC2, because AC2 is real fun. I'm not saying that AC1 isn't, it's just my love and appreciation for AC1 is kind of dulled over time. Oh, but AC2 is always a fond memory for me, and it's really fun, even though it's basically just AC1 but in HD. Oh. And we're also going to play some of the games that I have not played in this, mainly being 9 Ball on 9 Breaker and Another Age, because I didn't really play Another Age too much. They're both expansions. And Last Raven as well, because Last Raven I wasn't really too fond of, because it started getting ridiculous.
Is that you, Raven? The target is in this sector. We're counting on you.
Now the question is the bad guy around here? Because if he is, I can just waste him in like 2 seconds. Oh, he is.
Target identified.
Come on, die, just die. There we go.
Target achieved.
AC5, I've played AC5. The only one that I didn't play out the AC5 series was Verdict Day, because I played it for like 2 seconds and then was just like, nah. Verdict Day was pretty bad, to be honest. It was just AC5, but with like AI stuff for multiplayer or different mission setup. It was, meh. Like, the ones that I haven't played enough or I've only just touched a little bit, there's always been something that I've disliked about them. Terrorists in the shadows. So this is just like mail that we get from certain people that are contacting us afterwards. This is the city guard that we just worked with to thank us for getting rid of the terrorists that were just in the sewers. And then we've got Chrome and Murakumo. We had a little bit of English lore built up about them. Funny part about it is the English lore is totally butchered, and so's the dialogue, so the translation is absolutely terrible compared to the Japanese version. You don't really get told anything. So yeah, you only get told like the very basics in this. If you complete it on stream, I'll buy you AC6, says John. Dude, don't even start. Oh, right, let's see. Survey team. Oh, I remember this one. I think. Oh, is this? This is the one that ends up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to save some of my ammo here. Trying to remember which ones these are. There's certain progression lines that you can run, or storylines that you can run through this to get certain missions to appear. This is one of the common ones for when you want to do a speed run. We're gonna come up against, yeah, there they are. Those, I can't remember the name of them, but they're really annoying crab-like enemies that have pulse guns on them. And as you can see, they stagger the living daylights out of you, and if you get staggered, it's hard to get out of it. Which is why we've got these running legs to try and avoid them. Thing is, because the levels aren't randomly generated, we should be able to use that to our advantage and navigate to the end. God damn it, I hate these things so much. I think we're almost at the end of the level. Oh. Just need to get over these and then we're good. It's like one of the last rooms when you've got better generators, you can just come sprinting through here and then just fly over the top of them.
Destroy the gate lock device.
Trying to keep enough ammo so that I can destroy the gate lock at the end, because if I only have missiles at the end, well then I'm screwed.
Target achieved.
AC5 is a mess. AC5 is pretty easy to complete, to be honest. Hope my mic isn't peaking too much there. Okay. Mail. EERC. Oh, yeah. I'm just reading a couple of these things just on about reclaiming the Earth so that they can redo the surface, because the surface is a complete mess, as I said before. Let's try new boosters. There's a set of boosters that are pretty cheap, but are good. I can't remember. Those aren't cheap, but they're alright. Like my favorite type. Here's where I put them on, and then next minute it's like, yeah, sorry, you don't have enough power. You're gonna have to get a new generator. What I want is the generator from one of the other missions. We good? We got energy output? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now the boost that we have is pretty good. Terrorist Pursuit, which one was? Oh, this one! You can actually kick this guy's ass if you get ahead of him. He's basically wrecking this parking lot in a new MT, and he can do some decent damage. But the idea is if you can make it downstairs before he does, you can actually block his exit and then just annihilate him. Really funny, actually. You just, I think it's down. Yeah, it's down here. So if you block him off here, Come on. He then has to go into this small parking lot. Well, yeah, parking garage. And because we have him in one area, we can just completely block his AI from going anywhere. There we go, he's good.
Target achieved.
Hey, Exram, how you doing? Nice to see you. I do love messing around with the AI in this. Like, the only problem with some of these games is when you know what to do, it just makes everything a little bit trivial. New parts added. So we got some new stuff. So we got some heavy legs, some energy-based anti-armor stuff, four-legged float legs, which are really cool, and tank legs, which are terrible because they always move the slowest out of any legs in the entire game. Oh, the fuel depot. Oh, is that? Oh, and the urban center is for Lazavine. So, fuel depot. We're gonna have to rebuy some items here. I need some arms, so I'm gonna go with some lightweight ones. And I'm gonna go for, where are we going here? Might go for that, it's basically just a Uzi. Or we can get the AR-1000, which is actually really damn good. Don't know whether I'll be able to run it though, because of the weight. Let's try... What does the MG500 have over the... Circle allows us to see how much ammo we've got. So we've got 500 ammo compared to where we are. Type solid range. Oh, 500, 500. What? The only difference is it has more power, so we'll take that one. Did you see the guy who made an E-Fleet on Mass Builder? No, I need to have a look at that. I have to thank you. I've been playing this recently. I was stuck in the pursuit mission, decided to look at a video, and your one popped up. It's alright, it's alright. Like, there's plenty of funny things to do to beat this kind of stuff. Oh no, we're out of energy there. Am I gonna need to switch legs again? All I wanted was an assault rifle here. Yeah, we're overweight with the legs. We can't run them, and we don't have enough power, I don't think. So yeah, overweight, not enough energy. Right. I think I've still got all my old speedrunning videos for this up as well, this game. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to actually sell the legs that we have at the moment, because even though they're nice and everything, I need a new generator, seemingly. So let's get the generator first, then we can focus on the legs. So we'll try and get something that's pretty decent. What we got here? That one is nice, but we're going to be left with what, 36,000? Okay, let's see. Standard legs are okay. See what we got here. 45 for the ones that I would normally go for. So we'll go for the blockier ones. Hopefully I can run that, because I'm going to show you the one of the best weapons in the game in a bit. Hey Nova! Okay, so we don't have a blade. We only have the machine gun and the missile pod. So this one. This one's famous for fans, but basically we've got a bunch of chemicals in these silos, and we're going to go in and destroy all of them.
System engaged.
But, because they've got anti-radar stuff, we can get screwed up.
Malfunction. Radar abnormality.
And of course we got this stupid sound effect going off in the background, so we got to be careful. We're going to have the guard coming in here as well in a little bit, so what I'm trying to do is hopefully get all of these relatively quickly. As you can see, because of these boosters, we are absolutely flying around here with relatively no trouble. And there's the MTs that are screwing with our radar, so we can't really lock on to anything either, which is big pain in the butt. Now hopefully I've not screwed up my loadout too much and we can do this relatively easily, but if I have, then we might have to die, which might screw a lot of things up, because if you fail at a run, you potentially deviate from the path that you're on, or you just get a game over depending on the mission that you're on. So, the most famous room in the game, I'd argue. Oh. Okay. Where you get the most powerful weapon in the game. Ooh. Okay. So we're clearing out all these silos here. We're not doing too bad. Go check these side rooms while all this stupid stuff's going on. You can hear the alarm still going off, and it just keeps going. There we go, that's another 2 down. AC is incredible with how good this looks. Yeah, it's nuts how they made this come out in 97, especially considering the frame rate's pretty good as well most of the time, outside of like ridiculous ridiculous scenarios. It's like AC2. AC2 comes out like a couple of years later and it's really good as well, but there are certain weapons or certain scenarios that will get you lowering your frame rate to literally like 2 frames per second. Is this the mission with the famous weapon?
Danger.
Yes, it is. Here it is. This is the first iteration of the Kurosawa. It's an energy-based laser rifle which has ridiculous output for damage and has a ridiculous amount of ammo in this and rate of fire as well. And you can potentially mod your mech or build it up to be able to do some stupid damage with it. So, on the way out here, we're gonna include it in our setup. It's been in every single AC game since this. And the only thing that beats it for being in every single AC game is its sister weapon, which is the Moonlight Blade, which Dark Souls fans will obviously know is one of the more powerful bladed weapons. But before Dark Souls, it was in this, and I think Kingsfield, which is the game that came out before AC, which is like a first-person Dark Souls, if I remember rightly. Now the question is that it? Do I finish the mission, or do I have to kill everything else in here? I think I have to kill everything else, which is not good. Or do I have to kill that guy? Pretty good. Can't remember the victory conditions for this mission, unfortunately. Unless I'm missing one of the little drums of explosives or chemicals. Hang on. There might be one in the side, but I've not noticed because I've been flying around here so fast. Let's open the 3D viewport. Nope. This is the only problem with this kind of stuff now, is going and looking around every single location to make sure you've not missed anything. AC with arms forts, AC4 with arms forts was really cool. It was a neat concept.
Targets destroyed.
There we go. So arms forts
Raven, that is enough.
were a really good concept to introduce to AC, because at the time everybody was getting like bored of
Target
the same
achieved.
stuff over and over and over again. They're like, we need to find some way of spicing the traditional sort of setup up. And they're like, okay, we'll just introduce these giant things that you have to take out, you know. Didn't AC popularize the Moonlight? Yes. AC popularized the Moonlight after Kingsfield. Because Kingsfield wasn't really widely known, so it was AC that made the Moonlight and the Kurosawa what they are. And then the Moonlight was then put in Dark Souls later on. And any other game after AC. Oh, and of course, the Moonlight, the Kurosawa, the WG1 Kurosawa, not to be confused with the later versions, is ridiculously lightweight. To the point where you can run it on pretty much any setup almost, apart from like the ridiculously lightweight ones. Which is pretty nuts when you think about it. So like now, technically I don't need those machine gun arms now. I can run this build and it's pretty decent. Normally the setup that I run is something similar to this anyway, so it's not too far off. All I need is a blade, just as a backup. You do arm weapon, and we go all the way down to the bottom. We're gonna get ourselves a blade before we pick up the moonlight. I think what we'll do is we'll pick up that one. There are other things as well that you can do with this game. If you get in debt at the very start of it, you can actually unlock some extra things. Sounds kind of weird, but god damn it. That's overweight, so I gotta change my blade now. Yeah, if you get into debt by failing 5, I think it's 5 or 7 missions at the beginning, you can actually start to modify all of your weapons, all your AC abilities and stuff to the point where you can get some really crazy stuff. The idea with AC is the whole deal with transhumanism, to do with mixing man and machine together, to the point where every time you die on a mission, you become like a cyborg. You get more implants, kind of like Ghost in the Shell a little bit. And the idea is that when you get more implants, you then get different abilities. So you get to be able to have like a radar without actually having a radar physically, because it's implanted in your skull and stuff like that. It's pretty nuts, but it's a neat concept. And I think it was done, yeah, around about the same time as Ghost in the Shell, so. And AC6 looks like it's carrying on that tradition a little bit with its story trailer. There we go. Transhumanism robots in disguise as X-Ram. From what little I gathered of 6, it looks to me like your character starts out as such a person. Yes, it looks like you end up as a sort of a, what they call in this, a human plus, basically. It's a modified human. In this, we can actually get some secret parts, but we're not going to, because it means attacking the train, which we've been paid to protect. Normally, if you want like a secret part or whatever, you can actually just break the train open and grab the part.
We've reached the
So basically,
fuel
AC is a big
depot.
cyborg.
Dropping AC.
No, imagine, like, the way that I described it before at the beginning of the stream, AC's evolved from
System
basically your
engaged.
average, like, digger or, you know, like your usual JCB or, like, drilling sort of vehicle. So imagine like a JCB or a digger or something like that, you know, nowadays. And then just put missile launchers on it. That's how it started. And then as that got popular, what ended up happening was the tech for it evolved. So then ACs just became basically, instead of modified like drilling gear, they ended up becoming, or digging gear, they ended up becoming like just dedicated weapons for like military purposes. Oh. Oh. Come on now.
This is Boulder. We're almost
There
at
we
the
go. I just need to
destination.
destroy these freaking
Enemy approaching.
Oh.
Danger.
Flying
Danger.
enemies.
Danger.
They're really nasty as well. They take off a lot of damage. Never said Moonlight Greatsword had a cool theme in Bloodborne. Oh yeah, because they try and stick it in every single game. So what we're versus here is, I think it's Wildcat. I didn't pay attention to his name because he dies too easily normally. Normally, if you don't have like the Moonlight or whatever else, he's a little bit more of a challenge, but yeah, now that we've got the Kurosawa, we don't actually pay for the ammo either, so we only pay for damages and stuff now. Oh, did he actually take out part of Boulder there? I think he did. Boulder being the train. Oh, he took out the back cars there.
Refueling complete. We're underway.
Transformers Warpath is after you. So, Wildcat, the guy that we just destroyed, he's actually, if I remember rightly, he's driven mad by his implants. Imagine cyber psychosis from Cyberpunk. That's basically what you get if you have too many implants in this game. It's basically Cyberpunk with mechs. There's a lot of like mixed sort of stuff between like Cyberpunk stuff, similar stuff to like Ghost in the Shell.
Target
It's
achieved.
pretty nuts. And again, one of the guys that worked on this also worked on Gundam. Shoji Kawamori, he's worked on Gundam, Macross, Ghost in the Shell, bunch of other stuff. He's basically one of the, you could say, one of the oldest guys to work on like almost every mech thing ever. He also designed Optimus Prime. You may be able to hear my daughter in the background as well. She's trying to get to sleep, but... Oh, here we go. So, one of the companies wants me to test the new weapon that they've got. I think it's an unmanned weapon. We're gonna fight that. AC sounds a lot like Bubblegum Crisis. Yes, Damon. I would argue that, yeah, it does
The test MT
come off a lot like Bubblegum Crisis. What was funny was around about the time I really got more into the lore for this, I was watching
System engaged.
the remake of Bubblegum Crisis. What was it, 2048 or something like that? That one was actually alright as well, that dives a little bit more into it. But yeah, there are a lot of similarities between both versions of Bubblegum Crisis and other things like Ghost in the Shell.
We got some excellent data. We'll put it to good use in the
I
future.
love the way the company's like, we got some
Thank you for
excellent
your
data,
help.
and I'm just sat there like, yeah, just don't
Target
stand
achieved.
still while I'm shooting at you with the best weapon in the game. In fact, 9 Seraph's design is basically a reskin of the YF-19 from Macross, with some extra frills to Sky. I'm gonna have to look at that. Because the guy who designed them was the same guy. Is it Kawamori? I think it might be Kawamori. Maybe armor up. No, we're still good. We're still good. We can go without armor for a little bit longer. I've ran the entire game on like the lightest armor setup before, so it's not too bad, but admittedly I am a bit rusty. I might be risking it a little bit here by not saving, but oh no. Okay, so this one. We have 3 minutes to do as much damage as we want in the office district. But instead, we're just going to wait for the second ranked Raven, Lozavine, and we're going to take her out, hopefully.
System engaged.
Who needs armor? Just dab on them, says John. So the city guard are going to come in here and try and defend this area. But if we wait till about a minute, that's where Lozavine's going to come in and try and help out the city guard, because her mission in this area is basically, she's just been paid to come in and stop us from causing havoc. And the guard come in no matter what you do either way, so you can literally just chill out and do nothing and they still come in. I think they come in over here as part of the spawn, or one of the spawns is over here. Just make sure I got my blade, yeah. I just like hang around over here. Normally in these kind of levels, the easiest place to go is the somewhere high. Because then the normal enemies have a hard time getting to you. The only ones that can
surrender
are
immediately.
other ACs or enemies
If
that
you
fly.
resist, we will attack without mercy.
Oh no. We're in trouble, guys. All we've done is stood around in a residential area. Would you say it was a residential area or like an office area? Don't want to use too much of my ammo here, but I do want to also take out some of these guys that are going to try and chip away at my health. Here's where I find out I'm stood in like the financial sector or something, and that's why they're after me. But yeah, we can, if we want, we can go all the way up here and avoid them. And then the only thing that can really get to me is Lozavine. She'll come in another 20 seconds, I believe. And then we get to see her scatter cannon. Or rather, I hope we don't get to see her scatter cannon. Should have pinged Dark Raven
Enemy
about this, because I know he would have probably
Danger.
enjoyed listening to all this
Danger.
stuff while me playing.
Danger. Name of AC.
Valkyrie. So Valkyrie's meant to be a very mobile sniper type AC, but she also has a very nasty habit of just switching to scatter cannon and immediately obliterating you. With the little details like the train. Yeah, the train up above is really cool. There's a lot of like little neat details that are put into this. But the scaling is off, because ACs are meant to be roughly between 8 and 10 meters tall, so basically like, you know, labours from Pat Labor. They're meant to be like that, but nothing is to scale because a car or something is half the size of an AC in this. Oh. She goes outside my lockbox, it becomes a little bit awkward to hit her, so... Oh, do not want to stand around too long near her. There she goes, she's dead. Those cars are huge. Check it out, right? It's either the cars are huge or the AC is small. This has been a fan debate for ages. Because otherwise this AC would be like, what, 5 meters tall or something?
Combat halted.
Yeah, a lot of the early games had inconsistent scaling, which was hilarious. Like, fans were always pointing this kind of stuff out. Yeah, earlier ACs are meant to be about the same size as Labors from Pat Labor. You do both missions, the train one and this one. When I tried, I only did one. It depends on if you're successful on what other missions you've done before then, Exram. Which one was this one? Oh, yeah. Or guard the entrance. Okay, so we'll do, I think, Secret Factory Recon. We can do that one. This one is just sneak into a base, if I remember rightly. Yeah, depending on which ones you do and whether you're successful or whatever. Did they get bigger from here on out? Yeah, AC slowly increase in scale with
The main core will arrive in 6
third
minutes.
game onwards. I know in AC4
Find the
there's
entrance
some of them something like
before
13 meters tall.
System
I don't think they get any
engaged.
bigger than that, but it's they're meant to be kind of rough scale, so not too bad. Hey baby, don't know whether you guys can hear the baby in the background. Oh, there's the target. So just go over here.
Lock destroyed. Transmitting coordinates.
That's that mission robot.
We have your position. Break in from there.
The idea is that you're supposed to find that lock and go roaming around while your radar's been taken out, and it takes forever because you're being hunted by enemies with flamethrowers and stuff, and then the squadron's meant to come in and back you up. But if you know where everything is off by heart, then it's easy and you don't need a radar or someone pointing you in the right direction. You know. I wonder if Sony will pull all the old games on PS Plus. It would be neat, you know, to allow more people to play them. Hope the baby's not too loud for you guys, by the way. God Wolf. Oh, I know that one. That was a radar one. Stop Dark Soul! Okay, so that one's interesting. Let's do Dark Soul, and then we'll see where we go from there. The gang Dark Soul broke into our property and stole a bunch of tanks and then fled to the desert, and we're gonna kick their ass. But of course, the desert has a bunch of mines in, so you basically have to watch where you're stepping.
We've arrived at the
AC
combat
controls
area.
on Vita were pretty
Many
bad. They
mines
weren't
have
too
been
bad.
planted in this
Then
area.
again, that's
Be
me
very
saying that. I've
careful
played
in your
all games
movements.
with default AC1 controls, so...
System engaged.
Might need to get the baby mute. I'm kidding, baby crying is fine as David. These guys will also kill themselves because they're that stupid that they run into all the mines, or you can just set the minefield off. The only problem is, because we're using an energy-based setup, if we run out of energy, well then, we can't really move too fast. The idea is we have to be very careful with how much we use, which is why most of my gameplay with this sort of machine, when it's not fully refined, just revolves around me bunny hopping up everywhere because it saves
Target achieved.
energy a little bit, and then you can just use like ducking and weaving techniques in midair. They did release a collection, but it was only in Japan for AC before AC4 was out, where you could get everything from AC1 to Last Raven in one box set, plus a load of extras, because I've got it. That was like the 20th anniversary, I think it was, or something. You make this game look easy, says Xram. Yeah, it's pretty nuts when you've played something too many times. Yeah. Bearing in mind, I've played this game all the way from like 97 to 2018. And then since
System
2018,
engaged.
I've not played it at all. So this is
Enemy
only...
approaching.
This is just basically
Danger.
muscle memory.
Danger. Danger.
muscle memory and remembering what weapons are obviously good. Oh, hello. These are little guys. Oh. We're going to take a little bit of damage here because we're getting gunned down by the machine gun guys, but it could be worse. Could be just getting ripped apart by an enemy AC. It's literally just these and the reverse joint walkers, if I remember rightly. Oh. Always fun to try and take the fight to him, but the problem is sometimes it just doesn't work, so try going over here. Sometimes you don't even need to see stuff on screen, you can just, as soon as you get locked, just
Enemy approaching.
do that and get annihilated.
Danger. Danger.
Should we destroy that? No. I need to actually take a look at which type of MT that was as well, because some of them have specific names. You just need to see them up close so you can figure out what's going on. And oh my god, he was trolling me there.
Enemy approaching. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Wasn't it Ninebreaker that had a collection? No, I don't think so. It was literally like, it's in a silver case that looks like it's from the garage. Garage. I was gonna say posh then. But yeah, it's a silver case, and it's got every single AC in. Up until last Raven, up until AC4, sorry.
Target achieved.
It has a load of like concept books as well in it, and a load of stickers for like AC emblems. If you're into stickers. So all the story that I've been telling you up until now has just been given us through email as well. Oh, let's escape here. Here we go. So basically this guy is Human Plus. He's, like I said before, he's one of these guys that's basically a cyber psycho. He's had too many things done to him. And as a result now he's running amok in his AC and the company are trying to cover it up. Like if you go to this building and just kill this guy, we won't tell you exactly why we want him dead, but if you kill this guy, we'll give you this part. Oh, so
System engaged.
what we're going to do here is just jump off for a moment, pause. The best generator in the game is down here. And funny enough, he has like a really spooky booster sound. I used to think this game was like really ambient and spooky, but not so much anymore.
Target obtained.
Yeah, the funny thing is, one of the missions had like crazy dialogue in. Nobody could quite make out in the fan base until we actually sat down and listened to it and found out it was all in Japanese. So all we were worried about was some alarm going off in Japanese with the dialogue just saying, get out, or whatever. There's the guy in his MT. Basically, he's alluding to the fact that the AI overlord that's keeping an eye on us is potentially out to get us too. But of course, he's been killed because of a cover-up, so we'll never find out. Do you have a setup you prefer in this game, like specific weapon or legs? Not really. Most of the time, just when I'm running this casually, I will do this kind of setup though, which is basically a medium AC with the Kurosawa, and not too much else different about it other than maybe like upgrading the Kurosawa's rate of fire or damage, which we can do through optional parts. Let's have a look how much money I got here. It's either this or the speedrunner setup, which the speedrunner setup isn't too much different to this. It's the reverse joint legs, the machine gun arms I had at the beginning, and the missile launcher that I collected at the beginning, and then you just literally just run through every single mission, because funny enough, not many people know that you can get through the entire game by literally quitting out of every single mission you encounter. Because you don't have to win to get to the end of the game, which sounds really stupid, but you can literally just, I think it's start and select during a mission, and then it just allows you to quit out of a mission, and you can just immediately quit out and just get through the entire game in like half an hour. You only have to play, I think, 3 missions in the entire game to actually beat it. Which is really stupid, but... oh, it's funny. I found that out when I was speedrunning it ages ago, when I was doing like multiple runs and be like, okay, what's going on here? You know, what do I need to do? Let's actually try and we'll try and upgrade the AC though into something that's like pretty pimped out for the sake of it. I think maybe that one's got a decent radar if I remember rightly, and we got different cores with different optional parts in. That one's a really good core because it has the most optionals if I remember rightly. They got that one, which is the best arms because they're lightweight and have energy defense if I remember rightly. I love the way my default go-to for when I can't remember something is saying if I remember rightly. You just hear me saying it over and over and over again. Then we're gonna sell the standard torso, sell the standard arms. This is the modified version of my build that I normally run. Sell that generator because we got a better one now. And then we can get that head that we were on about, the red eye. It's a really good one. And then we only need, I think it's some optionals and then we're good. I used to run random stuff on this as well, where you just pick like a random item or whatever, a random part, and just run that as well for giggles and see whether you can get through the game or not. That was pretty fun. I love the way I'm still using the starting FCS here. Let's see. I think I'm about halfway through the game, or just a little bit over. I'll just get the most pimped out FCS ever. I think it's that one. And then optional parts, we'll just have a laugh with some of the energy stuff. Oh, hang on. What is it? Increases firepower. What about rate of fire? Increases burst fire rate. Yeah, we'll have that one. So FCS is basically like your lockbox. And obviously if you increase the size of your lockbox, then it's going to be easier to lock on stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of whatever the hell that is. Oh no, wait a minute. That was the rate of fire one from the optional. And then let's do the other one, which is firepower. Reduces energy damage from rounds. Shortens lock-on time. Increases the number of capacitors in the generator. That just ups the capacity. Generates pulses that disable lock-ons. Those are alright for if you're doing like PvP stuff. We're just gonna go all in on firepower, so we just become this ridiculously overpowered machine. You didn't change the head? I did a little bit. So we're gonna hopefully change that now. There we go. So yeah, we got the red eye. This is what I used to run in 1997, I think it was. And then we just fill up all the optional slots as we go. And just for the sake of it, we're gonna go to change pattern, because we can change patterns. We can do like woodland, hoarfrost, night shift. I can't remember which one I had. I think it was like night shift or something. Because you can change to like different versions of them. Was it tiger stripe and then have it as like urban pattern? Try that and then edit color. I think it was ambush, wasteland, deep sea. Oh, that was it. Yeah, there we go. Funny thing is, I have all my Gundam builds on my memory card from like 97 as well that I think I showed off ages ago. They still come up here if I do save. I do data load for a moment. I just want to check the memory card and see if we still got my stuff here. Oh hell no, it didn't just crash, did it? Oh, it crashed. It crashed because it tried to access a PlayStation 1 memory card. That's fine. Wah, wah, wah. And I didn't save. It's fine. I'll just speedrun all the way back there. No big deal. Oh. Like I said before, we can get through most of this game anyway in like half an hour, so. I'll just do the speedrun of it now, just to get back there. Damn it, Dave. It's fine, it's fine. You're gonna just see me speedrun like all of that I've just done, but without getting those parts. We don't need them. What we do need is that rocket launcher from the beginning, though. That's cause I tried to load my PlayStation 1 memory card that has all the files still on it. I'm like, oh, I'll show you guys. It's okay. It's only like 30 missions into the game out of 50 missions. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. All I have to do is just play the intro again, and then we'll go, and then we can literally just quit out of every single mission and get rewarded for it. Okay, it's fine. It's no big deal.
System engaged.
This is one of the few missions that we actually have to complete, and this is totally random as to where the AI goes, so it's pretty hard to speedrun the beginning here, because it's not exactly as if you can, or at least in my experience, it's not as if you can force the AI into doing certain stuff. It seems like if you get really close to them, most of the time they'll try and fly away like this, and then they just like chipping away at you with their burst guns. Oh. Easiest thing to do is they are 2 shots with I think 2 or 3 shots with a laser blade, because laser blade does the most damage. But if you wait for them to come down after a little while, oh, like that, you can do the
test is over.
The test within
From this
like
moment on, you are a raven.
I can't remember what the fastest run I had on it was. It was like maybe 30 seconds or less. You have to start from the beginning. Yeah, but it's fine. It's literally no big deal. Like, one of the things you find out, like I was saying before, is that you get rewarded for not playing the game, so it's not as if it's a massive, like, fail there. All we'll do is we'll just go. And we actually get to keep the parts as well when we pick them up, if I remember rightly. So I can literally just go.
System engaged.
Whee!
Weapon obtained.
Oh, come on. Gotta do it in a certain. You want it? Yep. So away we go, and here comes the speed run. Come on now. I'm just gonna pick a random mission if I remember rightly. There were certain ones that you had to run on a speed run to make it quicker, but I just can't remember what they are. Because I remember whittling the speed run down to literally sub 30, and it was pretty nuts to do that at the time. But we're talking of like 2018, where not many people were running this, and the people that did were like, "Whoa, what the hell?" If I remember rightly, I ended up being top of the leaderboard on speedruns for this for a couple of years, until somebody brought out a TAS, I think. I think the TAS can do it in sub 28.
System engaged.
Because I theorized that it could be done if you take a certain route, and if you've got the setup right. It's not so much about luck, it's more about just getting the timing right. But yeah, this is now the speedrun route, where we just pick random missions and just quit out of them as fast as possible. I can't remember whether there was any rhyme or reason to this, or which ones you have to pick. Because I remember running certain ones ages ago, like having a specific route picked out. But now I'm literally just doing it at random because whichever route I take will lead to the end, and eventually I'll get paid for it as well. Which is funny. I'll just start getting paid for no reason. Either that or I just join back up at the storyline from where I left off. I'm literally just like tapping the buttons so hard just to get into a mission so I can skip out again.
System engaged.
So for the timing on that, for quitting out of a mission, you quickly press start, then press select, then press X afterwards. And we are actually progressing here. That's the stupidest thing about all of this. That when I was speedrunning it, I couldn't believe, especially after you've like tested games and stuff, you think, what the hell did they leave this in here for? Because you shouldn't be actually paid for, you know, or you shouldn't be able to progress to the end of the game by quitting out of everything. It makes no sense in terms of design or anything.
System engaged.
I don't know what you guys think about it, but it's pretty weird. This is what I was saying, it's pretty easy to do all this, so it's not as if we've lost any progress. I just don't think I've ever come across any other game where it actually turns around and goes, yeah, just keep going forwards, it's no big deal.
System engaged.
Another weird story that's kind of related to that is when I was telling stories ages ago about modified PlayStation 1s, because everyone had one, and it became a joke story where you'd always tell stories of your uncle always knew his friend or whatever that could always get you like copied games. And basically I remember getting Duke Nukem Time to Kill, a copy of that. And I used to play it as a kid and think, oh, this is really weird. And
System
people used to think I was
engaged.
lying because I told them, like, I plugged the second controller in and I pressed start on it and I got like all these red debug text things that allowed me to get every weapon in the game and visit all these other levels. But they all had like corrupted textures or whatever. So you could play the levels, but the textures were all weird and stuff. I remember everybody calling me a liar at the time, and it was only around about the time when I started speedrunning AC1 and I was looking more into PlayStation games again, that I actually found out that I'd actually been lucky to get a beta version of the game before it actually came out, and that it was a copy of the beta that I've been playing as to why the
System
debug options were
engaged.
available. It was really weird to find that out, because I was like, holy crap, that explains so much. Oh, and this was after I'd tested a bunch of games as well, so I was like, holy crap, when did Duke Nukem Time to Kill leak? You know, was that technically the first game I ever tested? You know, so that was hilarious when I realized that. Now the thing is, I give that copy to a guy that I know, and since fell out with him a little bit over some stuff, so I can't get that copy back easily. But I do know the build is floating around online on the Hidden Palace, I believe, where they archive all this kind of stuff. So I can easily just go get the
System
build from
engaged.
there and just like emulate it and just be like, yeah, guys, check it out. It's the build that I was on about and that I've been on about for like 5 years or something. You know. It's absolutely nuts though, because I remember all the kids in high school being like, dude, seriously, what the hell? That's not a thing. And I'm like, no, it totally is. I put my version in. I pressed start on the pad for no reason because I was just messing around one day in like multiplayer. Like, oh, I'll just start pressing all the buttons. I think if I remember rightly, I did it because I wanted to pause the game at some point. I was just like messing around on multiplayer by myself in my room. And the next minute I see like this red text come up and I'm like, wait, what? And then I navigate through all the red text on screen because it's like
System
a drop-down menu.
engaged.
And the drop-down menu is stuff like, do you want infinite ammo? Do you want infinite health? Do you want to unlock all the weapons? Which level do you want to go to? And I'm like, holy crap, this is a treasure trove. You know, it's absolutely nuts. Such a good find as well. But it blew my mind when I found out I'd got the beta early. Like, what the hell? It's totally random. Again, we're almost back up to where we are here at the same time. We've been going through all these missions and just quickly skipping them all.
System engaged.
The moment she says system engaged, you just hit start and select and then X. And you can speedrun this entire thing, no prob. Only problem is I've still got the default build, but we can get some money at some point if I remember rightly. I just can't remember which one it was that gives us money. There were either certain ones or you just have to get a certain storyline to pop up so that you can do that, and away you go.
Test MT your fight is
These ones you don't normally
automated.
do in the
There's no
run,
need to be
primarily
timid.
because of the
Give
cutscenes.
it all
Because obviously
you've got.
anything that has a cutscene in it is going to be bad for the run, so
System engaged.
normally you do not do that. Finding debug console in games is fun. Oh yeah, you're not meant to find them, you know. Duke Nukem Time to Kill was my first game. Bear in mind, I was 4 to 5 years old at the time, says John. Oh, nice. Including the questionable phone calls to Lara Croft in that at the beginning, and the other stuff that basically calls Lara a woman of the night, as it were, because her clothes are hung up in the club that Duke visits at the beginning. And Duke's like, "Ooh, Laura."
System engaged.
That's a case of parents not knowing about the age rating for games, says John. I swear, man. This background track, Shaped Metal Alloy, I think it's called. I cannot tell you how many hours I've properly spent listening to it, because at this
The
point I
test
think
MT
I've
your
heard
fight
it
is completely
way
automated.
over like 20
There's
to
no
30
need to be
hours
timid.
easily.
Give it all you've got.
System engaged.
Love the way the AI is still jumping in the background, just up vertically. Kind of worried here because the game's still not giving me money, and I'm like, because normally it does by now. I'm speedrunning everything, and it's like, nah, you ain't getting any money this time, boy. Oh, factory recon. We can just do that one. Off to the vet, says Sky. See you later. Thank you very much, Sky. Hope you enjoyed. Admittedly, this is taking me longer, primarily because I'm rusty as hell, but
We have reached the target. The main core will arrive in 6 minutes.
this is the one that we did in like 2
Find the
seconds,
entrance
and
before then.
I got the door locked, so hopefully,
System engaged.
brightly, it's to the right-hand side. I say that, but I did it before, so... Oh my god, I'm so slow. Yeah, baby, my machine's too slow. He's having trouble cycling. No, no, no. No. I just need to complete this mission while not taking too much
Lock
damage.
destroyed. Transmitting coordinates.
There we go.
We have your position. Break in from
Maybe in the
there.
background is like stirring. Maybe wants to be on stream.
Target achieved.
Okay, so we got at least, what, 28 grand from that? Oh, 30, that's not too bad. A lot of games my parents thought were fine, like Conker's Bad Fur Day and Postal 2. Oof! Ooh, Damon! Right, so we got, what we'll do is, to guard the wharf, we'll just steal the, we'll just steal the part and sell it later on. Baby is tested internet
System
fame.
engaged.
She demands more, says John.
Enemy approaching. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Yeah, there we go. We can just...
Radar obtained. Breach of contract. Combat halted.
Nobody told them that was a breach of contract to get the best radar in the game, I think. Totally fine. No big deal. I just need some money. And I'm kind of worried. Kind of worried about why it wasn't giving me money right now, so I need some extra money to complete the game. Yeah, the people that actually give me that mission are probably like, what the hell, dude? What are you doing? It's okay, it's fine. I just needed some money, you know. There are different ways you can play this game. You can just be scummy as hell and just steal off everybody.
We've arrived at the combat area. Many mines have been planted in this area. Be very careful in your movements.
Oh, I can't even remember which storyline I'm on at the moment. I've just kind of been picking missions at random, so... Do you want to abort? Macy's just going to land in the middle of a minefield surrounded by a bunch of tanks with missile launchers on. It's like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. I'm just glad I don't have to pay pickup fees when the Barracuda comes back to pick me up with its winches and then is like, dude, what the hell? Let's see. Let's escapee. We'll do that one. We'll get the part and then we'll quit out because I think I might be able to get the part out of that. It says pick up feed. Just imagine, right? They come to pick you up again and they're just like, dude, you're in the middle of a live fire area. What the hell? As long as I don't fall off here, we're good. Oh my god. Oh, the thruster. Oh. Okay, can I not?
Target up.
There we go. Can we not blade on top of the freaking generator there? Ooh. I hope I keep these weapons, by the way, because I can't remember whether you do or don't. Let's just check things here. Right then, Jen. Oh, you do keep the parts. Oh, dude, I should have gone and got the carousel from the freaking fuel depot again. And then just quit out. That sucks. That just sucks that I didn't do that. Do I need to? Oh no, I hate that one. One of these you can escape out of, other ones you don't. Like escape, I mean quit. We're at a point where some of the missions are deliberately put in your way, so you have to complete one of them. I just can't remember which one. Dark Soul, says David. Yeah, it's the name of the terrorist group, but I think I pointed that out before, being like, check it out, it's Dark Soul. Because we find out one of the ACs in one of the later games is called like Bloodborne or something. Okay, so we've done recover. I think some of them you can enter more than once to whittle down the amount of missions you have to do. If I remember rightly, because I swear there was one mission I had to do and quit out of like 4 times in a row.
System engaged.
Hope everyone's still enjoying, by the way. Even though I goofed up before when it was like, oh, I can show you my old saves from 97. Well, actually, it wouldn't have been 97. It would have been early 2000s with Gundam. Because that was fun. Watching Gundam Wing on Toonami and then coming in here and making like really knockoff ACs that are named after Gundams. Okay, so... Oh, right. Some of these we have to do. I think it's plain computer we have to do. Not entirely sure. We'll just do recover capsules again, see if we can skip. John Dark Soul from the hit series Dark Souls, says Exram. Oh, dude, you just reminded me of those
System
Maxwell
engaged.
videos now. We'll watch them. You good, Jen? Checking. Yeah, we're almost back up to where we were. I just need to get past this bit in terms of like progress, and then we are good to go again. Oh, guard the airplane. That one's a easy one. Okay, so yeah. We'll start doing this non-speed run again. So to do that, we'll sell some items and get some money here. Oh. So we'll try speedrun setup for this. Plus we can sell some of the stuff that we're not using now. So we got that pimped out generator, we can get rid of the old one, and we're gonna get rid of those and the arms, which allows us to get the other stuff. So we can do arms. Gone past that. And the legs, which were that. And then because we've got the generator covered, we'll do the boosters instead. So we've got best boosters. So we're back to square one now. Hopefully, we can do some more of these missions without any interruptions. Destroy plane computers is a hard one because you have to destroy an enemy AC. Guard the airplane we can do. Basically, we have to fight off waves of enemies as they try and assault this guy's plane that he's going to be using to take off from this airport. The thing is,
System engaged.
we find out halfway through this mission that the guy has been moved to another
Tower to
airport,
Raven,
so he's
come
just been
in.
defending this
3
area for no
unidentified
reason.
craft are approaching. Be careful.
Oh look, 3 Barracudas full of Cerberus, which are the MT that we saw in the beginning CGI.
Tower to Raven, come in.
That have
Eliminate all enemies
energy-based
on the
weapons.
runways.
As before, if we use these machine guns like burst rifles, well then we are good.
Out of area.
Oh,
Combat halted.
Oh dude, I didn't know it was that close. Oops. Oh no, now I have to pay money. Oh, unlucky Dave. I didn't realize it was that far out because of me not having the freaking warning on screen because my tower being in the way. Oops. Try this again, shall we? Forget about that. Just like, oh, you've strayed out the area. It's like, oh no. Oh no.
System engaged.
Tower to Raven, come in. 3 unidentified craft are
Blah, blah,
approaching.
blah.
Be careful.
As long as I don't like go outside the area up here, we're fine. It's all good, right?
Tower to Raven, come in. Eliminate all enemies on the runways.
I remember rightly, they get reinforcements at a certain point. Ooh! I almost did it again there.
Tower to Raven, come in. Enemy transport approaching. It's carrying reinforcements.
I can't wait for them to actually just say the mission's ended already.
Good work, Raven. The doctor just took off safely from another airport. We're gonna blow up that airplane along with the enemy craft. Stand back.
I love that. It's just like, oh, we'll just detonate this thing, and then it just has like this massive explosion.
Target achieved.
Okay, away we go. Okay. Next mission. Prototype MT test. Oh, the base computer. I think the base computer's a mandatory one. I can't remember. That's a Chrome one. Playing computers versus an enemy AC. We'll I think that's after I destroy some other stuff though. That might not be good. Let's see if we can skip out of it.
This is the target. The nose of the downed plane is in the center of the crater. Destroy it.
System engaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and skip out of it because the ACs, I have to fight or rather one AC and then like I think it's 2 or 3 escort MTs that have scatter pistols. They're supposed to be scatter cannons, but because of how lightweight they are, it's more like scatter pistols. Legas, babe, says John. Ah, there we go. We're totally out of there now. Now we're getting told to do an AC battle in the nest. That's fine. That's all good. Destroy it. Wait, where are you going?
Your skill one-on-one isn't a fair fight. So we have evened things up with a bit of a handicap. Now
Here we
let's
go.
start.
Two spider leg, I suppose you
System
could say, or
engaged.
quad leg ACs. Spider leg ones are in later
Name
games,
of
but
AC.
the hover
Definitely.
quad legs in this game are really good. I'm just trying to get them in a straight line so I can just chip away at the health easily. Oh. The advantage of quad legs in this is they float, so they're really fast, and you can use heavy weapons on them without having to crouch, because heavier weapons on AC require you to crouch. I think I might get my ass in pretty good with this setup. Oh no. I can just get him with all 156 shots now, I'm good. Or at least the majority of them. We've got 72 left and then I'm using the freaking missile launcher. Which is not good, because he's got a missile pod and a rifle by the look of it. So let's... Oh. Use my backup missile on him. Got him.
Target achieved.
The advantage of having reverse joint legs and thrusters like this is that literally we just get really high really fast. Should make a mech out of whatever the material that dropship is made out of. Hell no, the dropship's flimsy as hell. It's literally like the most lightest, flimsiest thing ever that gets destroyed in like 2 seconds. Although saying that, when I did my Unreal animation, when I did that, I made the dropships into basically the Pelicans from Halo and made it so they were like orbital dropships. Which is actually pretty cool, because they're like VTOLs as well, so...
This base is certain to have secrets. Split up into 2 groups
Hate
and
this
search.
one. This one is is a mission where we meet Boss Savage, the guy from before,
engaged.
that we saw at the beginning, and yeah, he basically betrays your ass in this game and leaves you for dead in this mission, and I just realized I'm still running this literally by reflex now instead of actually playing the game. Yeah, Boss Savage leaves you for dead under there. He locks you in with a bunch of those crab-like MTs that have pulse guns on and just goes, have fun! We'll kick his ass later on. I actually start playing the game. That's the same mission. Release organisms. Oh, no. Stop gas exposure. This. Oh, I hate that one. So if you do a standard playthrough, that's one of the worst missions because you need a really fast AC to do it. So I think I should do that one actually. So yeah, we're gonna try and do Savage's mission.
This base is certain to have secrets. Split
Yeah,
up
the
into
other
two
two
groups and
missions, one
search.
requires you to release some bioorganisms, which are basically
System
like giant
engaged.
termites almost that shoot acid. They've been experimented on by one of the corporations. And then the other one is you have to go through an entire facility that's full of acidic or corrosive poison. And you have to turn off all the, I think, the like generators or something that are releasing the gas. And then once you do that, then it's mission over, but what happens is you take a massive amount of damage. And as a result, you end up losing a lot of money. I don't remember my way around this mission because there's a certain way you have to go around. I think it's this door and then we go out again.
I've locked the doors to this room. Sorry, but killing you is my mission.
I will take
I will take my leave now.
Dude, I'm not even stopping for you. I'm in casual speedrun mode now. I was skipping missions before without even realizing, and then now I'm just like, no, I'm out of there, bye. I think it was to the left, if I remember rightly. This mission is one of the more notorious ones for new players, because you get lost in here really easy. I don't remember whether it was... We're out that door, I think it was. Ooh. Let's do that. Excuse me, come through. Yeah, need to go. It's this one? No, it isn't. Oh, no, it's the next one. No, stop. Ah, angering me. Nope. Whee. Less stagger, more dying, please. I think it might be this door because of those shots coming from over there. Could be wrong. That way? Nope. This is where I've gone in like a giant circle or something. All I remember is I end up at an area where there's just a lone submarine on its own. I don't have a feeling I've just literally gone around in circles. The only problem when the entire mission area looks the same. This might be the right area. Oh, it's the right area.
Escape pod discovered.
Dude.
Combat terminated.
Not played that mission in 5 years and I still got it. You're playing this mission like you're trying to get to the store because there's a sale. Thank you very much. Oh, I still got it. You can still remember which way to go. Off by heart, you know, like that. So good. There's a sale on AC parts. Destroying intruders. Which one was that one? Oh, that was in the blast furnace. Oh, that one sucked. Exterminate organisms for chemical dyne. Oh, that was the third corporation, chemical dyne. Right, so I can either do that one. Don't think I can do that one because that's the poison one. I'm gonna have to do the... I don't want to do this one though. Because I think it leads to the air vent, and if it leads to the air vent mission, that's gonna suck. Because the air vent mission is one where I don't like deviating to because you just get lost really easy and there's a load of bombs in it.
System engaged.
That reminds me with Damon saying EDF in chat, I actually want to check to see whether I can use Balam in VR chat or whether anybody's got the model for it so I can try and put it in VR chat. So I can make it the same size as Metroplex. Funny enough though, on an AC related note, we can actually find the flamethrower, I think, in here at the very bottom. Or is it at the top? I can't remember. There we go. I swear it was under one of these walkways. There it is.
Weapon obtained.
You never forget where this stuff is when you've done it over like 100 times. Oh! Trying not to land in the lava there. There's a guy behind me. There's a guy behind me with a freaking MT just shooting at me. Hey dude, just pick off your health, it's fine. There's this. The problem as well when you get hit in mid-air, most of the time it just makes you fall really fast. I realize as well if I don't do this with the amount of ammo I've got, I'm kind of screwed. Let's see, where's the other one? Oh, there's another one, right? Yeah, I can't see my energy gauge because my rig's in the way. Where's the other guy? Oh, he's up there. Oh wait, there's two? Oh, I am so screwed here then.
Target achieved.
Oh, maybe not. I'm writing that down to Zags. Yeah, the flamethrower is in the blast furnace. It's the only flamethrower style weapon in the entire game as well. Like nothing else works like that. I don't remember whether it was any good actually, but I guess we'll find out eventually. Oh, and then we either have to do gas exposure or organisms. Oh, can we just do... Organisms is really annoying, but I think we can do it if we've got enough ammo. Can I run a build that has a chain gun on it? A lightweight chain gun would be really good right about now. Where we at here? Come on. There's the chain gun. Chain gun is actually pretty underrated in this game. Can I run that and a missile launcher or... Oh my god, I can... Dude, are you kidding me? I can run the large? Oh, I can't run the large and the chain gun. Okay. So if you have the quad legs and the chain gun, you can use it while you're moving, which is ridiculously good. In fact, I'll show that off now, might as well. It's one of the perks of having quad legs. Quad legs are normally found towards the bottom with the tank stuff and everything else. Don't know whether to get the best ones or just go for like this standard stuff. Might. Ah, come on, we got to splash out on the good ones, don't we? We gotta get the good stuff. But because of that, we don't use the boosters as much. Right. So we're versus a bunch of bioorganic weapons, and we're just, for the most part, we should be running the chain gun here. And then we'll use the machine guns on like the big
System
queen
engaged.
type enemies. This is one of those maze type missions where you can easily get lost.
Raven, don't worry about the small ones. Aim for the big ones that are able to reproduce.
You used to be able to know exactly where I'm going in this. You have to listen out for certain sounds, and it sounds like doors creaking and stuff. Like that. That's going down, so there might be another one this way. Hey, baby. Oh, she's hungry. Poor baby. It's almost the feeding time. She wants to be on stream. She wants to give her opinions on AC. Oh, hell. Oh. That moment where you go into the room the wrong way and end up getting attacked by the queen there. Feed the baby or the baby will kill us all, says John. Yeah, Jen? Do. Is this the right way? I'm trying to remember. It's the right way. You can hear that sound. It's one of the adjacent rooms, I think. Because that sound we're hearing is one of the queens. There she is. That's 2 out of 6 done, I think. This is really a battle of attrition now. He's trying to get away from the smaller ones that just hit you with acid all the time. Eggsram says, being the baby armored core from a young age, gonna be a pro gamer. Need any help, Jen?
One of the big ones might be over there. Be careful.
I think I can hear one of the queens in here. I think it's... might be in the next room. Do you need any help, by the way? Oh, there she is. Great. You good, yeah? She dropped a pacifier in the other room. I heard that. I was like, oh no. That's when I was like, I'll just ask. ABCs are going to be AC parts in alphabetical order, this is Damon. I'm not that bad. I think one of these... Oh! No. I was thinking differently though. That's
Target
4,
achieved.
right? Oh, there we go. We're done? So you got like 28 grand from that. Hey, baby. What's she doing? Oh, she wants the milk, but she doesn't want to give up the pacifier. Oh, we have to do gas exposure? Are you kidding me? I don't want to do gas exposure, it sucks. Right, let's see if I can... There's the flamethrower. Okay, I'm gonna keep this set up and see whether it works. Her homework is gonna be what's the best meta build. Funny thing is, before when I was running the carousel, that was literally like the casual build just for running the game because everybody knows about the carousel.
System engaged.
Or at least the entire fan base does. The idea is that the fan base kind of says, oh yeah, everybody knows about it, so it's no big deal, you know. Everybody runs the carousel, and then the game's no fun. Right, when we enter a purple area, that's when there's going to be acid. Right there. Trying to remember the routes for this mission because I can't see too far. And we only have a certain amount of health. Oh. Was a specific route through this, I just can't remember. There was a wall that you could shoot through as well. I probably just wasted a bunch of ammo there. Go around in circles or what? Can't quite tell. Normally, yeah, I did. On certain missions, you can even have like the entire map laid out for you, but because the head that I've got, I don't think it remembers where I've been. No, it doesn't. I used to be able, on casual playthroughs, I used to be able to run this one after a little bit of practice, and it used to be easy, but having not been on it in like 5 years or so, it's probably going to be my downfall. Oh, this is not good. Leave me. Yeah, it does. That's not a sound I wanted to hear either. There's a door. Oh, how many bombs were there? Like 5? Go away, go away, go away.
Bomb planted.
Screw it, I'm gonna kill these guys, otherwise they're gonna kill me. Oh, I got a heavy landing there, not what I wanted. Come on now. This is probably gonna end up with my death because of all these freaking stupid little robots with the pulse guns. I think there's 2 down here. I can't be sure. I think there's... Ah! Freaking pulse gun, man. Yeah, there's a room there. That's one that I was looking for in the upper area. 2. I hate this mission so much. Oh, no, no.
Bomb planted.
At the moment, you literally do like a race against the clock. I think there was one back the other way, but I'm not entirely sure. This mission is giving me stress, says Exam. Yeah, it's nasty, and I'm trying to figure out which way I have to go, because you really don't want to be doing something like this and not know where you're going, like me. More the mechs that are making it awkward. I think I'm in the other area that I was in before. Oh shoot, that's not what you want to hear. Not good, not good, not good. Come on, charge, charge, charge. Okay, we just got like alarms going off left, right, and center. I got low energy. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a moment. Oh, it's okay, it's fine, it's no big deal. There we go. There was like an alarm going off in the background. I'm like, oh crap, I had to just go and deal with that while taking damage and everything. I am probably gonna fail this mission. Yeah, looking at it. Dude. The worst part about this area is everywhere looks the same. instead of dying on this, if I get to like really low, I might just end up quitting out and seeing whether it counts.
Bomb planted.
If I'm in the right location, there's another door opposite me that has another bomb area in it. Yep. And then I only need one more and then I can get out of here, which should be behind a hidden wall, but... Yeah, this is going to be cutting it close if I manage this.
Bomb planted.
Don't like this mission. I never liked it to begin with, but when you're totally out of it, in terms of practice, I don't even think I have enough time. And I'm running low on energy as well. Where do I go? Dude, you can see my health taken away in the top left. That's the worst part about this. It's just like, what is... that way? No, that goes up. Wait, that goes up too? Oh, you son of a... Nope. I've gone around in circles. Think. Yeah, I got lost. Let's quit out of that one. See if it'll allow me to quit out of that and skip. Oh, dude. And it still takes money off me. Not cool. Not cool. Can I progress from that? I can't remember. Oh, nope. That's one I didn't want, because that one's just as bad. This is what I've never been able to properly do on stream. Son of a... Right. I need money for this. I think this is normally the level that kills streams for me. Let's have a look. I got rid of the head, got rid of the legs. Let's do... The mission skipped itself, John. Let's try that. Yeah, I don't like this one. So the idea behind this one is we're in an event, and the guys that did some of the terrorist stuff before, and I think we're related to the tank group in the desert. They basically decided, yeah, we're gonna go into the AC area in the underground. And we're gonna fill it with either, I think it's bombs or poison. Just let me check this out for a moment. It was something like you have to defuse bombs or poison gas or something like that. It's so stupid. Hope you enjoy the rest of the night, says Damon. Thank you very much, Damon.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Bomb there. Right. As stated before, we can only really use the chain gun when we're crouched. Of course, we can't do that now, so... Well... Rather, we can't move and use the chain gun at the same time,
Raven,
so...
Lord have mercy, we found that there is a hidden tank containing poison gas. Just in case, we will halt the fans.
That's fine and everything, that's all good.
have stopped the fans. We can only stop them for 10 minutes. Find that tank quickly.
It's all good, you know, I'm just dealing with a bunch of... Excuse me, a bunch of terrorists and an air filter. And I have to go find poison gas. Oh good. I remember there's a hidden part in there as well. It's like a missile launcher or something. Like a really good missile launcher. Just can't remember which vent it was in. It's like a dual shoulder missile launcher. I ended up equipping it on, I think, my heavy arms build when I made gunman stuff in this one time. Okay. That motor literally everywhere looks the same. It's not here. And the mission area is pretty restricted as well because of us being in the AC area. Oh. Might be over here. Nope. And they're slowly chipping away at my health. Whee. Oh, and there was a bomb there as well, because of course there was. Oh. Oh, is that the objective? Or is... no. Somebody above me there. It says, don't you just hate it when ACs play Among Us? Is that above or below me? Oh, I think the rocket launcher was in the ceiling now. Can't go that way because it's past the mission boundary. You can't go that way. That moment where they're just all venting. Oh. You going this way? Does that just bring me around in circles? I'm just like slowly destroying all these vents here. I know where I've been, potentially. Got those two. It might actually be in the floor now where I have to go. Like I said before though, the problem is it's not immediately obvious because of me not playing this mission in ages, so... Bit of a pain because you'd imagine it'd be somewhere around here. Oh, hello. I go this way. Oh, is that a bomb? Oh no, it's a bomb. There we go, we're doing like bomb defusal with a chain gun now. This will bring me up through the floor, won't it? At this rate. Where the hell am I? Oh, there's another bomb here. Oh, no, no, no. Even if I was going in the right direction, that's out of the playing field. Does that actually... Oh, no, so we're still in the mission area. Okay. Is that everywhere I've been or what? I'm not entirely sure. You can see how the map's completely different to when we looked at it on some of the other missions, because we can actually see everything now. I think I've been all the way around here. It's got to be one of these other areas, right? These auto maps remind me of Ghost in the Shell a little bit. Because that's above me, I think? That might actually be the, Wait, what? We took each other out? Okay. Why is there two over here? That's a small hop there, what the hell? Where the heck is this thing? Seriously. I think that's where I came in. A maze of endless pipes. Indeed it is. Oh, I just fell down. Right, let's try. I'm going up there because I think that's where the missile launcher is. The way I'm actually out of machine gun as well, which makes it really awkward for me. Nope, okay. We're trying to play AC games, but it gives you Metroid 1. Yeah, this is why I don't like this mission, because it's no fun. Oh. It's literally just wandering around in a dark series of vents for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long it takes. I can't. Nancy. Am I going outside the level boundary though? Oh, there's a bomb there as well, because of course there is. How much does that take off? Dude, I don't think I can get up there now. Can they not? If it turns out it's there, then I can't actually get that because of my lack of ammo. I've got to try and force them to shoot that. To see what's in there. Here's where I find out that actually is like the end of the level or something. That really would annoy me. Whereabouts are we at here at the moment? Okay, so the next one that goes up leads into the main area. This is why this level kills runs, because it's not fun. It's literally just not fun at all. Son of a... I love the way they said he had 10 minutes for this mission as well. It's just like, dude, this is longer than 10 minutes now. Good job I brought the chain gun along so I can actually still kind of progress here and hope that I can find out what the hell this thing is, but... Not looking good right now. This one I broke as well, I think. Oh. Seriously. There we go. Oh boy. I hate this mission. that moment where I started this off and I was confident about it. I'm like, oh, it's fine. We'll get around to AC2 on stream as well because that's really fun. Instead of dealing with the worst parts of AC1. Oh, dude, what the? Screw that. Screw that. Where is it? I'll take the L on that one and see if it just lets me skip it. Please hope it's not one of those missions where I have to do it. I just spent 27,000 trying to do that mission. Just let me pass. Just let me pass. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, I can take that one, I think. I'm glad it let me pass that then.
Main system engaging combat mode.
So this one is the Chaos series of MTs that they were producing before, and they wanted me to test. Now they're like, oh yeah, so anyway, they're running amok on as a group and using them. We want you to destroy them. The problem is your frame rate hits 0 when you fight them sometimes because of the weapons that they're using. This is literally like the real frame rate that the PlayStation's running at, which is nuts. I love the music though. I can't remember what the track's actually called. Because in AC2, the main
Target
intro track is called Robo
cleared.
Combat, and that's
System
fantastic.
switched to normal mode.
I just can't remember what this one's called. It's such a good track. Is the PS2 about to take flight? Nah, the PS2 is still fine, but like imagine that on PS1. Because this is running on a PS2, right? With the speed turned up on it slightly so it loads faster. Because you can do that through the firmware by default, I think it is or something, or in the settings. But like, imagine it running on the original PlayStation, because it runs about just as well on the original PlayStation. You know, it's pretty nuts. Mop-up Chrome Remnants. This is a good one with the boss, if I remember rightly. The PS2 takes flight when you have too many missiles on screen on AC2. And then we have to dodge satellite cannons in AC3 or
We've
Silent
arrived at the
Line.
combat area. We'll leave as soon as your AC is deployed.
Here we go, getting dropped off by another Barracuda again.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Dude, we should have been done with this game like an hour and 10 minutes ago, I think. The thing is, I don't remember whether I have to take all of these guys out or not. At least we were able to catch up with the run again. That was one thing that I was kind of upset about, was the fact that it deleted or yeeted my run. But now we're good. If we drop in, we have to make our way outside now. Yeah, I can't remember whether we have to fight these guys or not, so we're just going to delete them just in case. But at this point, we've been fighting for either side of the corporation war that I was on about before for lore-wise. And we've been taking on extra missions for other corporations that aren't one of the big two to get rid of the little organism things, and a couple of the other ones that want to help resettle on the Earth's surface. So we've been doing a little bit of here and there for everybody. And of course, because we've been creating so much chaos, we've had also missions where we've been tasked with killing informants or taking out people that potentially know what's going on. It's pretty nuts. John. Are you alright there, Jim? It was the... Oh, the exit's on the right there. That's a good advantage of this head unit, is that you can just see most of the level with it. Action says he'll finish with the help of DOJ! G-gunned him. When is it a bad time to watch G Gundam? Answer: there's never a wrong time to watch G Gundam. Just need a, you know, one of the memes where it's just a clock pointing to like every single hour and it just says G Gundam on every single hour. It's like, hey, it's G Gundam time. Here we go. This is the giant MT boss, if I remember rightly, called, I think it's Devastator or something.
Raven, help
Yeah,
me.
there he is.
Monster.
Monster! And then
High
gets
energy
completely
response
annihilated.
found.
This thing
Cannot
has
identify.
a grenade launcher that's
Insufficient
pretty
data.
rapid fire and a bunch of missile pods and a pulse cannon as well, which is pretty nasty. I'm gonna try and see if we can take it out with my current setup. Oh, we got him. It's the biggest
Target of operation
well,
cleared.
that's the biggest
System switched to
non-AC
normal mode.
enemy in the entire game as well. Tequila Gundam from AC1. John. Oh, here we go. So we got one of the
Market
endings.
share between Murakumo and the up-and-coming Verge Company is becoming more and more intense. Future developments look interesting.
So, nothing has changed after all.
Do. So basically, either ending you get one of the corporations getting completely destroyed, which ruins the balance of the underground, and then you get the real ending. How many endings are there? Technically, if I remember rightly, there were two standard ones, and then there's the proper end. You're right, Jen. Oh no. Right, so we go back to Mop Up Chrome Remnants, and this should be where we're versus Boss Savage, the guy from before that locked us underwater. Dave's kid 10 years from now. Dad, where do babies come from? Dave, well, when Mummy and Daddy love G Gundam very much.
Main system engaging combat mode.
So what we're going to do is we're going to skip through here and just jump all the way down and do the same thing we just did, which was just drop in through the roof, because we get told to come back out. Bump. And then we get told in a moment to come back outside. And then when we go back outside, we're versus Boss Savage. Because he's like, I'm going to sabotage you again. And he's been paid by one of the other corporations or one of the other enemies to take us out. Trying to remember where the exit was. Oh, there. The only problem when they use the same texture for most of the walls and floors and everything.
Raven, there seems to be nothing else here. That's enough. Please return.
Please return. I love the way that audio is playing even over the ortho map as well. I love the way it's like, there's nothing here, please return, and then there's just enemies everywhere. It's a bunch of bishops and storks, if I remember rightly. Storks being the most annoying one because they're the ones with the rapid fire burst rifle that we're experiencing there. What I keep doing is checking which way I have to go here so I can just quickly duck and weave for the exit. And we know when we're almost outside because it starts showing the skybox through the geometry because of the way that the PlayStation renders things.
You are still alive? But we will end that now.
And then he's going to challenge us in his middleweight AC
you are
that has
totally
the
out of
stuff.
line. You are going overboard.
So from what Savage's
Enemy
line seems to
ranking
imply
AC
there is that he likes
identified
being
as
with the
sledgehammer.
status quo and getting paid by the whoever's trying to keep the underground the way that it currently
Target
is.
of operation
Whereas we like
cleared.
shaking things up,
System
so
switched
we
to
just
normal
annihilate him in
mode.
like 2 seconds. Before the next kid is named after Domon from G Gundam. Dude, the only time the Kashu family ever have any good sort of storyline is in the Build series. There we go, last mission in the entire game. So, let's go over the lore for this and the implications of it, because I've been mentioning it previously while I get my AC set up here, because I want the speedrun version. So, the way that this has worked so far is we've been doing missions for everybody. We've completely tipped the balance of the underground. And as a result, we've gained the attention of the AI that is currently running the entire underground, and it's been sending unit after unit trying to destroy us, trying to send us on shady missions to potentially stop us from causing the balance to go out of whack. And it's not been happening. So the final mission here is in our own base headquarters, or it's supposed to be. The idea is we're going to go check out some floating mines in the nest, which is where all the mercenaries work. The idea is we're going to take out some of these floating mines, and apparently we'll be paid well. That is a complete false mission, and what we're actually being told, obviously it's a lie, so the AI is trying to draw us in so that it can kill us in our own base, essentially.
Main system engaging combat mode.
So it can keep the status quo as it is at the moment. What we find in here are there are a bunch of high-level mechs that we're going to have to deal with, and it is a pain. This mission comes in 2 parts, which I think is a first for the game, I can't remember. Basically, you get your health and ammo restored in the second half of the mission, so it's not too bad. But you do have to watch out on your ammo conservation in the first half. What I'm trying to do here is use my large missiles to chip away at these guys in the first room, so that I can then get the ones in the second room pretty easily with the machine guns. These large rockets or large missiles are the ones that we got from the very beginning of the game, and they're going to come in handy because we can use them to speedrun the last segment, because we can do missile hopping, which is a neat little trick with the reverse joint legs, where we're going to missile hop off one of the corners of the geometry, and we're just going to shoot straight up. But yeah, the idea of the lore being that we've created so much chaos and imbalance in the underground that the AI that was trying to keep everything that way to avoid a full-on war and humanity essentially having freedom because it doesn't trust us to go to the surface again because we've already made a mess of it with a giant space laser at the beginning. It's like, no, I'm going to keep you underground and you're going to stay here and everything's going to be kept this way and you're going to be run by me, or, I'm just going to kill you. Everyone that does this, I killed them before they become a problem. Now he's like, yeah, I'm just going to kill you. I'm just going to kill you using everything we've got. Admittedly, it would have been better if he'd have put more ravens in here, because it would have been a little bit more of a challenge, but oh my god, the frame rate. So this is the last room in the first portion, and this has a bunch of lightweight ACs, MTs that have pulse guns and missiles, and I might end up dead here. The idea is you're meant to take them out first because of how freaking deadly they are, but they're actually kicking my ass right now. I kind of came into the room and just got curb stomped.
Combat system engaged.
And also the The audio is messed up in this part too. Please take that guy out if I can. Oh no, that's not good. So I've got small missiles to take on 2 MTs. One's highly mobile and the other one has a lot of health. I'm literally just going to spam here and hope that I make it to the next stage. The only problem with the speedrun build for this part in particular is it's a little bit awkward to run. I wish I'd taken out the really fast one there because he's the main problem. Because as you can see, the missiles are curving past him. Hell, and may get killed here, and if I get killed here, I think it's game over. Yep.
Defenses damaged. Halting combat and returning to the
Oh, I think that might be a game over. Oh, it was a hard game over. It didn't even do anything, and I think because of that, the run's entirely gone as well. So yeah, that's the run just gone. I'm not doing another speedrun of this tonight. Unless, can I quickly see if I can load one of my older save files? Can we just let's see if we can PS1 memory card this again? I'm just gonna see about this. Here's when it corrupts my entire memory card or something. Come on. Oh! Oh! Okay, where's this? Where's this saved? 35 sorties. That's like halfway through the game. See which mission we're up to. What setup do we have here? Oh! Oh, hello! That's literally my, what is it? AC name entry. Nothing? So is that just another speedrun build? It must be. Yeah, I guess, ladies and gents, we may be able to do this. Oh, dude! It's a full save? Oh, we can do it. We don't need to... There we go. Is there a problem with saving? I just don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do it. We can do it. So what we've got here is we've got a full save. And the reason why I say that is because missions that you've completed have checks next to them. And then the other ones you can go back and do optionally to just get 100% completion. So, we can actually do the last mission now. Okay, what about... Have I got the moonlight here? No. But I have the carousel, which is interesting. Have I got the ability to get the large missile launcher from the first part? Because I can just try that again. I want to do missile hopping if I can. Or rocket hopping, whatever. Yes! Okay, there we go. Right, and then... legs. Suppose I could keep them like that, or I could try one of the lighter versions. Could I do missile hopping with this setup? I think I probably could. Let's see. Is that for loadout? Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Game's like, save? Dave's like, nah, it's because I'm used to doing it all in one run, but then when I goof that up, it's like, yeah, I'm clearly out of the game and need to get some practice if I want to do runs like that again. Oh, slightly overweight there. Can I change that a little bit? Can we... If I unequip the blade... See, the thing is, I need that missile launcher for the end game, so I can just, like, save myself a ton of trouble. Because we've got the carousel, we should be fine. It's just that missile launcher is integral for the last bit, and I have run it with the machine guns before. It's just, you really do need to save before the last mission,
Main
because otherwise you
system
run the risk
engaging
of that
combat
happening.
mode.
When you're a lot better at the game, well then, you know, it's no problem, because you can just run it, and boom, there you go, no problem. You know how much ammo everything takes, and you can just get through it easily, but this is also one of the few areas in the game that lags so much as well, because the enemies on screen didn't have, or I don't think they have. Jeez, that was really laggy. I went down 20 ammo, I think, in no time there. I don't think the enemies have level of detail models, or proper ones, for when they are further away. So what actually happens is it's rendering everything at the same level of detail, apart from the textures. So what you end up with is like really high poly models, really far away, and because there's a room full of them, it's just like, oh no, oh no. Because the PlayStation can actually handle quite a lot on screen, but clearly it can't handle AC. Now hopefully we can do this time. The amount of firepower we have. Say that and we might actually be having some trouble again. Got one. Where's the other guy? Oh, he's right behind me. Good job these rockets have AoE. Oh, got him. Okay, here we go. Here's the bit that I needed the rockets for. Hopefully I can pull this off.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Oh hey, Apocalyptic.
Stop such foolishness.
That's actually the last boss talking to us now. Come on. Oh. Oh no! No, I've screwed it up! I'm gonna have to go all the way down. Crap, that's not good. It's because I couldn't see properly. Hang on. Yeah, the last part of this game literally has you doing platforming in 3D, and if you fall all the way down. I've not performed this really well at all. Oh, and he landed on me as well, you son of a... This is really, really not going well. This is like the worst possible run of this room. I'm gonna get rid of these two stalks here that really annoy me. The moment when they have the most annoying enemies in this room and then have moving platforms. These things chip away at your health before you even get to the end. Like one or two more. Right, I need ammo for the end. What does shooting the rockets in the wall do? It's supposed to boost you up. You get higher. Like that. Oh! No! Oh! Because the idea is we're going all the way up to the top, and we have to do it. You can do it in one go. With boost hopping like that. Oh. Ah. Oh. Really, really awkward, but you can do it in one go and it saves so much time. But it's, there we go, that's where we needed to go. It's a skill that you really need to practice though. Is the last boss always an AI? With AC most of the time, yep.
Your fate is sealed.
And away we go!
Enemy ranking AC identified as 9-ball.
Everybody freaks out over this guy, but honestly, we're just gonna avoid him. So for those who aren't familiar, he's also the ranked 1 Raven, or the one that's top of the arena, which is why he freaks out everybody. And if you play Master of the Arena, you find out a lot more about him, one of the expansions for AC1. But in this, yeah, he's just a dude.
It is not too late.
In this one in particular, we don't find out too much about him, but I'll go into it a little bit when we got this other AI core here. I almost screamed when the guy pushed you, says Exram. Why the reverse joint legs? Makes it easier to navigate areas like this. Here he is again. His AC is also highly modified as well, so he actually shoots faster, he can move faster, he can hit harder. He's just genuinely not a nice boss to fight. And here he is. Now if we can just position ourselves here, and then just get up before he does, then we're good. And we don't have to even see him. Excuse me, come through. I just want to complete the game. It doesn't even have to be in one run.
Come no closer.
Okay, there we go. It appears in another Centuries episode. Nah, it's a different one. So what we're gonna fight now, this is the core of the nest. And we're gonna take him out now. And that's the end of the game. That's AC1 in a nutshell. And of course we don't have the credits because I goofed it. But if I was actually gonna go back and fight him, you'd actually see it is, where is he? Oh, I do have the name of Moody on this though. Oh no, he's not showing up here, so I must have completely, yeah, I've completely decimated this file. This is probably back from like 2018 or something. Currently the strongest Raven. So yeah, what we do in that one is we go into the nest and get ambushed. And then it throws the highest ranking Raven at us and you think, oh god, I can't beat this guy. And there's actually 2 of them. There's one in the first area where we fell down, but we just avoided him. And then there's another copy of him in the second room. Now we don't get the storyline from AC1 on its own. Like I said, Master of Arena, the expansion pack, went into the storyline a little bit more. Basically what it is the AI that runs the nest and the underground and everywhere else because it's in charge of all of it. It's almost like Skynet. It's trying to keep the peace and everything. And when you go against it, it tries to kill you. Now, at the end of AC1, it poses the question to you after you kill it at the end in its little core thing that we destroyed at the end. That's its data core in AC1. That's what keeps it alive. Or rather, runs it. So it's like we basically killed Skynet from Terminator. And as it crashes, it poses the question, like, are you doing the right thing by letting me die, because that opens the entire underground up so that humanity can reach the surface and repopulate it. But it's a case of, do you want to do that, considering humans already aren't trustworthy and, you know, cause all-out wars and stuff? Or do you want to keep living underground, or what? It's very morally grey as to whether you should have done everything you did in the game or not. And then in Master of Arena, what ends up happening is more or less the same. You play as a completely different protagonist, and what ends up happening is, apparently in the booklet before the game even takes place, you have your family taken out by the AI, and it becomes a personal vendetta. And then what ends up happening is you then have to go through the game fighting the AI multiple times. And the idea is that you have a person that's helping guide you through the entire game, and throughout all of the game you're being given hints as to what the AI actually is, and, you know, like who's in charge and things like that. And then you'll get like some people that are informants that also end up trying to tell you stuff and end up dying before they can tell you. And you get to one part where it looks like you defeat him, but instead he just runs off and upgrades himself. And then you think you've finally beaten him at one point, and no, that doesn't happen. Instead, what ends up happening is you get given one last mission, and it's in like a warehouse district, and the idea is you go to the warehouse and you're going to find out everything. Instead, you fight another version of him and you kill him. And then you go into the second room of the warehouse and you fight two of them. And you're like, oh, okay, something's weird here. Why is there more than one? And as you go deeper into this warehouse, you find actually that it's a warehouse that's disguising a giant factory under it. And as you go through this factory, you have tons of these things being made. So it's more or less like Terminator, where they're building the T-800 over and over and over again to kind of keep the peace. And as you go deeper into the factory, you then go down into this like really long shaft on a lift, which takes you into this really giant generator room. And in there is where you fight its final form, which is basically like something out of Macross, where like in Terminator, they have, I think it's like the T1 million from the law that protects Skynet, that's supposed to be like a giant liquid metal spider thing. Instead, in Armored Core, it's like a floating version of the AI that's like fully upgraded and everything, and basically can transform into like a fighter jet mode. And then you kill it, and again, it's like, I'm not sure if this was right doing this or not, and then you just leave, and the underground is left to kind of govern itself and figure things out, and humanity's left to figure out whether they want to continue starting wars against each other or not. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. AC more or less redoes this entire storyline throughout the series. You'll see that as we go on through these videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye!